Welcome everybody, this is Jack Hommel and I had a very exciting week. The lead finder Jack was born, and why I use born because it took me with my programmer and which is my partner Eric Lehners 9 months to develop it. Actually the idea, what I wanted to achieve, sorry, I had to look to a question. Actually, what I wanted to achieve was already 2-3 years ago when the idea, but then there is a moment that you need to implement it. So with we started in December, and now last week we launched it. It's tested by 75 beta tests, so it was quite a bit of week. First, I want to thank you for your time. The room is full. We have a lot of attendees. So first I want to ask you, how many people are now for the first time on this webinar? Put in I or Maya, yes. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4. A lot of yeses. So probably you are on the first time on a webinar because you bought the lead finder Jack, and actually you are participating now our weekly training webinar, which covers pay-per-call, and any pay-per-call system what you use has no sense if you don't have clients. So actually, Lead Finder Jack is a needed tool to get clients. Okay. Now, you can, depending on your niche, you want maybe do pay-per-call, or you want to create mobile webs. There are so many things what you can do with Lead Finder Jack. So we will cover that a little bit later. I don't want to jump ahead. Let me introduce myself. I'm 49 years old. I turn this week 50. So it's not a day what I'm looking for. And then I do internet marketing since 2009. So I have been around for 4 years, and it hasn't always been easy to make money. I don't think the first year I make that much money. It grew over time, and now I have managed more than $1 million. So that's I became a really good Google AdWords specialist. So I help if clients ask, if people ask what are you doing, and I say always I help local business to make money. So, and that's where I'm really good in it. Okay, do everybody still see my screen? Okay, so let me jump to the next screen. So let me cover some frequently asked questions from Lead Finder Jack about the license email, which keyword to use, create your own niches. So let me first cover those 3 points, and then Donna just bought Lead Finder. Hey, this is the right moment to jump on it. Okay, so license email. Let me start Lead Finder Jack. When you start Lead Finder Jack, it's going to ask you for an email. It needs to be the email which you use as your username for JVZoo. Okay, does everybody get that? Not the most frequent used email or your PayPal email or whatever. It needs to be the JVZoo email address. Okay, my screen is black. Okay, that is the problem. Thanks for your feedback. Okay. So everybody see my screen from Lead Finder Jack? Okay, thanks for your feedback. So want to go back one more time. When you start install Lead Finder Jack, you need to use the JVZoo email address that is connected to your license. If you use an other email address and you go to settings, it will show the evaluation type of license, and the expiration date is probably August 23 or so, something like that. Okay, you can fix this. Okay, you can change your email address by putting the JVZoo email address in it, and then you get a confirmation email that there is a real exist email address. Okay, does everybody get this step? I got so many questions about this. Expiration. Okay, if you bought the Pro or the Lite, there is no expiration date on it. If you have the evaluation version, there is an expiration date on it. But if you have a VA, the VA needs to enter when they install the software your JVZoo email address. She doesn't need to do anything, no confirmation, just use that email address like a number, okay, like a text. But that email address is connected to our servers. So nobody can clone our software because it always needs to be connection with our server. And do you know screen? Do you guys see my screen still? Okay, okay. I got a very good question actually. Can I send an email address from another email address than the JVZoo license email? Yes, you can. In the user data, this data gets used by sending emails and creating the tokens. This email here, the demo.leadfinder.com, get used as a sending email from the autoresponder. Does everybody get this point? The license email address is different than the JV. The license email is different than the email address you sent the emails from. Does everybody get that? I got your demo Lead Finder Jack. So if I change it to webinar, the emails will get sent come from webinar Lead Finder Jack there now. Okay, I don't really get that. Okay, Donna. Okay, the software is able to send emails. Okay, I think you haven't go over the tutorials, but the software is able to do that, and the receiver will see where they are coming from. In the user data, you can enter the email address where that email address where it's coming from. Okay, then there's more to it, because in settings you also need to enter the hoster where you send the email address through. Okay, any email address? Yes. I would do an existing email address, or if they reply, you at least you see them. But the email address in the settings, the hoster, that needs to be a valid email address, because it's used that to send the emails from. Okay, so you're welcome. Is Gmail the best? I don't think so. I don't know. Google changes sometimes the settings and the rules, so you want to make sure that it's always still working. Can you show us how to export CSV? It doesn't seem to be working on my end. Okay. In campaigns, there is an export function, okay, where you can export the results. you can select XML and CSV. Okay. At the moment it exports 5 different files and it's very confusing. Okay. We're going to change that to one file. So with that, you wait a couple releases, because first we are working on some other stuff, but we will update that export feature. How do we find any email setting? How do find my email setting? You have to ask your hoster for that. Okay. So if you set up Outlook or your iPhone, you need that kind of information. Previous keywords seem to end up in new searches. Is there some way search it? No. Okay. So that's the question. If you have, okay, let me modify this. Okay, let me find a campaign with car repair. This is the campaign, and you modify. You see here one keyword, and you can enter also more keywords like car repair, and you can press save, and you can do modify, and you can say remove that selected keyword, and you press save. So you can add and remove keywords. Okay, so I got a lot of questions, and actually I wanted to show a little bit more the feature. Hold on 5 minutes on the questions, because otherwise I think some people get confused. The room is pretty full, so never had, I think, so many attendees, so I understand how many questions I get. So then the next point I wanted to cover is which keyword to use. Okay, so when you go to Google, 1 second, let me change the screen now. How does Lead Finder Jack actually work? You know, in basic. Okay, Lead Finder Jack, enter a keyword in Google search. Okay, and that keyword will result in let's say car repair. That is the keyword, and the city is, for example, where I live, Boca Raton. Okay, Florida. Okay, then it shows here the ads, the paid ads, and here there are 3 ads on the top and 7 ads on the right. So if you select I want to scrape the ads, it does those 3 and those 7. And if you select organic, the other one are listed. Does everybody get it, how the software works? Okay, so that is the basic. Okay, so sometimes you may want to think about which keyword should I use. Okay, so the first screening is if you want to say I want to target Google Places, and you use a keyword like car fix. I don't know. I haven't seen this. Okay, there's still see if there are Google Places now. There's still Google Places. Okay, so car broke. I don't know. I haven't prepared it. But 1 second. You see, with the keyword car broke, there's no Google Places listing. That means if you target that keyword and you were looking for Google Places, you almost get no results. So you want to get a little bit feeling about which keyword to use if you target some niches. So now for example, Google updated the interface, and we were facing that the last weeks. Okay, for example, if you do a restaurant, let's say restaurant, Chinese restaurant, and then for example Bogota. Okay, they changed the interface completely, and Google is going to do that. Okay, more and more and more for all the nations. They're rolling this out. Okay, so this is actually what it used to be Google Place. They show now those kind of images. Does everybody see this? Type a yes if you see that the screen is changed. Okay, so instead of in the past where they listed those local businesses here, they show them now in the top. Okay, so we need to update the software for that. So some users said, I don't see that many results, and if you are after Google Places, that is correct. Okay, so we're going to try to see if we can read that information here. Also, the maps interface is still the same. You see that on the left hand side, that didn't change. So we will add the feature that it will also look in the maps screen. Okay, so that is coming along. So if you say, okay, Jack, I use your software and I don't see that many results from places, that is because Google updated the interface. You don't have that in Amsterdam, Australia. That's correct. So they started in the USA, and I think yesterday they released it in the Netherlands. So my programmer was actually to see it, what I already told him a couple of days. And now probably they're rolling it out to more countries. So that is one of the reasons why within the software we created more or less an automatic update. When we release an update, it will get downloaded automatically on your computer, and it is asking, do you want to update the software? Because Google is changing those interface all the time. Is the order of the keywords make a difference? Yes, it makes. So you want to get feeling about the keywords to use for your niche, and once you have that feeling, or you said, okay, this is a good keyword, you go back to Lead Finder. Let me change the screen now. Do everybody see Lead Finder now? Okay, so you I don't know if I have a restaurant in I have a pizza, because that was one of the questions from the use board. And then here you enter that keyword, pizza restaurant, and then the location. Okay, so you want to first get feeling about which keywords you want to use, and you can enter them here. Okay, now I got many times, more than fingers on my hand, the question, can I create my own niches? And yes, we got that question during the launch, and now it is implemented. If you do select your niche, you see here a button, manage your niches. Okay, so you click on that, and then you say create and give it a name, for example webinar. Okay, and then you add some keywords here, for example. So what did we do? Restaurant as keyword. Okay, and so press OK, close, and then I don't know, you see the webinar here when you select it and you press OK. Now you see that keyword from that niche is inserted in the keyword list. So with that, if you are specialized in a certain niche, okay, you have two options. You have the option to define your niche, which you can use every time in your city you're going to enter. If you want to say, I want to define my campaign for each city. So the keywords is every time the same, but the location differs. You can select your niche, and for this example it was webinar. You press OK, and the keyword list, you can add multiple keywords, is add here, and then you press I can do restaurant, and you press save. Okay, then you select restaurant, and then you have that it's spelled wrong. So that is a way. Okay, another way around this, when you have a niche or when you have a campaign and you want to clone it, you see, you press on clone, and now you have the same campaign cloned in a new campaign name. And you can modify that. And now I can also update my spelling and say, okay, I don't want that in the same city, I want in another city. For we had here someone from Washington State, actually Seattle, in the USA. I add that location, and now I have updated that restaurant. So that is the second method. So first method is you can create your niche and you can use those keywords every time when you create a campaign, or you can clone an existing campaign. Does everybody get this point? So those are the two ways to create new campaigns and create new niches, or you clone a campaign. So that's very easy to expand on what you already have set up. So first you want to make sure that you understand which keywords to use. You create a campaign, you target a certain city, you're doing the search and all kind of things, and once things are working, you want to go to another city. So either you create from those keywords a niche, or you clone the campaign. So must you put a city and state, or can I city? You can do both, but if there are cities with the same name, and in the United States that can happen, then it's better to also do one city per state. Can I do a state only? You can do anything, okay? What I meant with that is, when you go to Google search, you type in the keyword plus only state and you see which results you get. If you see I get good results, you can do that. So first you want to get a feeling in Google search, what are the results from that keyword? And if you think that result in nice enough results, now use that keyword in Lead Finder Jack. And once you do that a couple of times, you get a feeling which keywords to use. Okay. So let me go to the next slide. For me is email tokens. Okay. So in emails, emails, you have templates, and you have all, I think you guys have 2 or 3 or so. Then let's say you have, I don't know, you have mobile. See if I have mobile here. And then you modified it. Okay. On the right hand side, you see all kind of tokens you have. Okay. So now what we just added is, let's see which tokens we added. The user phone number. Let's see if user phone number, user URL, company URL, that was a big one, and company phone number. Okay, we're going to add more tokens. Okay, but that was just a quick update what was easy to do. But what you probably also want is tokens where you can enter the content about about anything, about an URL you want. Okay, so if you go to the company screen, you will have later on in one of the coming version a field which you can use as a token. Let's say it will something like user field 1, user field 2, and you can enter that information what you want in that field. But it is not it's not implemented yet, but it's coming. Can you insert an image into those emails? Yes, you can. One of the token is an image. So if you go back to mobile, where was that? Here, and then I go to modify it. You see here image. So if I put the cursor at the position where I want the token, you click on image token, and now you can answer question if embedded or external image, and it will explain what it is, and then you can upload that image from your computer. So you can upload an image. So that's no HTML. It asks you how you want to have that embedded in it. Okay. So just play with those email templates and send test emails to yourself, and then edit those. It takes a little bit back and forward, but once you have created one, you can use it over and over again. Okay, I also have some tutorials here, videos here. I know they are with my accent. Try to get somebody else to create those videos, but that's coming. Okay. So this actually were the most frequently asked questions in the user support ticket. So I'm now I don't want that Fritz is waiting the whole night. So let's get Fritz on the line, and I will introduce himself. Fritz, are you? Do you hear me?
I'm still here.
Oh, thanks, Fritz, for staying a half hour without any productive work. But thanks for that. So let me introduce Fritz for you guys. Actually, I want to cover one more thing, because that's a question that I get over and over again, and I don't want to forget it. Okay, slideshow, and I need to share my screen now to this presentation. Sometimes a pop-up shows up. Do everybody see this pop-up? Okay, this is a message from Google, and Google is showing, hey, are you a machine or are you a human? So they are going, this is not a software error, this is a reply from Google. Okay, so this is something what it happens once in a while, and you have a little bit control over there how often it happens. So I'm going to back to Lead Finder Jack now and see if where's my mouse, and under settings, there's a wait time. Default is 20 and random is 10, I believe. So how shorter that time is, how more often that pop-up shows up, because Google is, hey, you are searching fast. Are you really a human? So we implemented that random time to lower the amount of pop-ups, and we increase it to 20 seconds. So if you do a lot of scraping, it might pop up. If you do not a lot of scraping, it probably doesn't pop up at all. So if you see it, you need to bump up those time frames. Does everybody get that? So that is not a software error. That is something that we try to avoid as much as possible. So with that said, I just want to get Fritz back in the webinar and introduce himself. So Fritz actually is a really local marketing expert. Let's see if I have a sheet from you. Oh, here. So this is Fritz. Okay, Fritz actually. You know better yourself than I do. So, what is your 1 minute introduction?
Exactly what you see on the screen. I actually, my first career was a chiropractor, and I was very successful at that, particularly marketing. So I was able to retire rather early in my life, and since then I've just been doing all different forms of marketing. I was in publishing, and I went into as you see, IT stuff there, got some degrees. So I've been doing marketing and advertising for the past 15 years, and online for the past 7, and started out with SEO, went into Google Maps, reputation management, and now I'm doing mostly lead gen with pay-per-click, and I do it in a bunch of different niches. My latest launch was local leads domination, which is very successful. We have about 1,200 members, and I teach them many similar things that Jack teaches. So that's why we work really good together. Yeah.
Fritz and me are speaking the same language. Even I am not born in the States, but what I meant to say is we know what works and what doesn't work, and we fill each other with ideas. So with that said, I want to one of the things what you will experience sooner or later is that a business responds to your prospecting, and how should you respond to that, react to it. So one part is with Lead Finder Jack is that you will get responses from it, okay? And now you still have to use the phone probably to convert them to a paying client. And we did actually a couple of role plays so far. I think we did locksmith and towing, and today we're going to cover urgent care. Correct, Fritz?
Yes.
So how that works is our special approach, prospecting way. We're going to cover that in other webinars, but it will end up that potential prospected client will leave his information to Fritz, and Fritz is going to call them, say, hey, this is Fritz, and I know you wanted to get more clients, and here I am. Something like that, but Fritz has a much better way to convert than I telling you. So let's... Yes?
Could I ask one question to the group first? Jack and I do a lot of pay-per-click, but I know that a lot of people still do SEO and different things. And I'm just a simple question: how many people on board are more interested in doing a whole package for a client, SEO, rep management, and maybe lead gen, or are more people just interested in just getting leads for clients and doing pay-per-click? Because I do mostly pay-per-click, but there's a way to integrate pay-per-click and lead gen into a bigger package for a client, particularly a doctor. So I've heard both both ways, and I just wondered if people what their interests are. So if someone could just put in there what they want, what kind of clothes they want.
Yeah. I got all over the place, but PPC is about a half, the package is about 1/3,
Okay.
and then reputation management I see. SEO is coming up too, but not that often.
Okay.
SEO, mobile websites. I think
Yes.
a lot of users bought Lead Finder Jack because of that the accurate mobile website detector. You know, we got even during the launch, we got mobile websites submitted in a ticket, and they say, hey, Lead Finder Jack said there is no mobile website, but there is all the way around. So we took those websites as example, and we improved the code. So I'm not saying it is perfect, but I got the feedback from many users that is the most accurate tool they use.
To find if they have a
if
mobile.
the website has a mobile version.
Okay.
And the beauty from that is with Lead Finder Jack, you can look at business who's spending money online. Okay.
Yes. And that's important.
So they have a budget. They know they have a budget. They have a service that works. They have a lot of customers. So they are willing to spend. Okay. They have made that switch. Okay. Internet works. Okay. And they probably are a couple of years around in business. Now,
yes,
the mobile website is still rather new. Okay. You know, everybody has a mobile phone, but not all the business there. They have a mobile website. Actually, more than, I don't know the exact number, but I'm sure that more than 50% do not have a mobile version, because it's something what they cannot do by themselves. Somebody has to offer that them. Okay. Lead Finder Jack. Okay, I got an 80% don't have a mobile website, and I do believe that. Okay, I see a lot of no's in Lead Finder Jack. So if you can help them to create a mobile website, and probably you can charge around $500, and if you have done a couple, it costs you maybe $100 to create, or a day. You can make $400 per day with this. Okay, that is not kidding. What I'm saying, that is pretty easy to do. Okay, $400 per day, 20 days per month is $8,000. But you can make creating mobile websites. And once you got that trust to make those mobile websites, you can also offer reputation management, lead gen, SEO, you know, because you have spoken with the business owner. You have that credit card. You have, if you do make a nice mobile website, you have built up your trust. And business is for 90% trust.
Yes, it is. A couple little tips before we do the role play. I do a lot of scraping. I've done it for years, and I have to use proxies a lot, and it's really worked for me, not only in scrapers but just general search and things that I do, because I do so much of it. So I use a company called Hide My Ass, HMA.com, HideYourAss.com, and they're very cheap. They're in every big city in the country. It works great. And you can have an IP address, different IP address, and every time I get any errors from Google from scraping anything, all I do is turn on my proxy. It doesn't even matter what city you're in, and as soon as that proxy becomes active, no more errors from Google instantly. So that's what I use. It's called HMA. HMA.com, and I've been using it for years, and I don't use it every day. I don't use it when I search, but when I'm really searching a lot, you know, it just instantly, when you're creating accounts too, if you create too many type of accounts, sometimes I create, 8 or 10 Google accounts in a day, and naturally Google cuts me off and starts checking things a lot more. So all I do is turn on the proxy, and then instantly I'm fine in Google's eyes. So that's one little trick. The other thing is that when you scrape these emails, I think most of these emails are recent and they're probably good, but you'd never know if they're good emails. So one way, especially if you use your own ISP, internet server, you're limited by how many you can use, and they do check your reputation, and of course, they don't want you spamming. But the way to get around that is to always make sure the emails that you're sending out are good emails and they're not going to bounce, because if your bounce rate goes up, that's a strike against you. And then of course, if you get complaints, that's really bad. But there's a company called Lead Integra, LeadIntegra.com, and they're, for a very small price, you can take your whole email list and submit it to them, and they'll guarantee which emails are good, bad, and won't bounce on you. So you have a much less chance of your ISP provider cutting you off. So those are two little tricks that I do to make sure that when I send out scraped emails, I don't get in any trouble. So that's all I got.
Okay, so I think people appreciate those two tips.
Yeah.
So let's start with the role play,
Okay.
Fritz. So how does it work, Fritz? I submitted a form to you, and you called me back. So
Yes.
Start calling me, Fritz.
Okay, I'm calling you, and you're going to be Dr. Jack Hopman.
Okay, I like that title.
Yeah, you're Dr. Jack Hopman. You own A-plus urgent care centers in Boca Raton and Fort Lauderdale. You own 5 of them, and you manage them and own them. Okay. And so, Dr. Hopman, thanks for filling out the form. I'd just like to ask you a couple questions before I get started in building your business for you.
Okay,
okay with you?
Yeah, that's okay. I just have a short break. I'm in a hurry, so hopefully you can come to the point. I know I fill out the form, but I have no idea how you want to help me.
Well, there's only going to be about 4 or 5 quick questions, because if I'm trying to determine if I can help you and if we can work together. Even though I specialize in urgent care centers in building their business and have gotten great success, it doesn't always work in every city and in every urgent care type of business. So tell me a little bit about your business. I understand that you have 5 locations. Is that correct?
Yeah, I have 5 locations in Boca Raton and in Fort Lauderdale. So they are about 20 miles apart. The total population is about 400,000. So people.
Okay. Yeah. So you've got a good base, and that really helps out in your marketing budget, because you can share the marketing between all 5 centers. That's a very smart business strategy that you have. So I'll just ask you a real general question. What's one of your biggest practice problems that you have right now that you're trying to overcome that I may be able to help you with?
We have 5 locations. Although the level $400,000, there's quite a bit of competition around, and I want to see if I can get more customers in.
What is an average amount of new patients that come into your clinics? I'm sure that some get more new patients than others, but what's an average amount per month that come through your facilities, and what type of marketing has really worked the best for you to get those people in the door?
We get about 40 clients per day per locations. So if you say 40 times 5 is 200 for all the 5, times 20 is about 4,000 per month. When we open location, the ramp is pretty slow. I think it's going by amount per word, people telling their experience. I have tried newspaper and magazines. I don't know if it really works. I'm not an IT person, so I know internet is becoming important, but that is why I'm calling you.
Do you have a website now?
Yes, we do. It's not nothing special. It shows a little bit basic information.
Yeah, I looked at it. It's nice. It's really basic. Unfortunately, it doesn't show up very well on a mobile phone, and I can certainly help you with that, because up to 20% of your patients may be making appointments on a mobile phone now. I didn't know if you knew that or not in your particular industry. So it's very important that when they want to make an appointment, particularly when it's an urgency like you handle, they need to see that click to call button immediately at the top of that mobile phone. So you have to have that, because you could be losing up to 15 or 20% of your business. Does that interest you at all?
I understand that mobile is becoming more and more important. I didn't realize that 20% of them want to set an appointment on a mobile device.
Yeah, it's in your type of niche, it's extremely important. I kind of specialize in emergency niches, and I know that some of the niches I work with, up to 40% of their calls for new clients and patients come from a mobile phone. And I've tracked this over the years, so I know, because we use pay-per-click a lot in making our clients' phone ring. Do you know what pay-per-click is?
Are those ads from Google?
Yes. And I know that your industry is interested in pay-per-click, because I have, through other urgent care centers and companies, they are starting to ramp up pay-per-click to get new clients. I've actually seen some of their papers to their doctors. The problem is that they have no idea how to get results. And I don't mean just clicks, I mean phone calls. So when we take on a client, we'll guarantee you 40 new clients a month. And that's because we know what makes the phone ring. We will completely build a new site. It will be totally responsive, which means it will be automatically set up in a mobile format. And if you just want to use new client, if you just want more new clients, we can do that for you. Or I can send a proposal which includes organic, which means we will work with your social, your mobile, and your reputation. So those are the two avenues that we specialize in. We can just do straight get you new patients, or we can include that in a more comprehensive program. And of course, all this is in writing, and we'll show you everything that we do. And there's no long-term contract. So how does that sound to you?
Yeah, it sounds interesting, but what are the costs?
The cost will depend on the services that you require, and I'm going to do a lot more research, on your website and your industry, and I'm going to recommend exactly what I feel you need to get those 40 new patients every month in all the different ways that I do it online. So it will all be explained in the proposal, and you have a lot of different options to use our services. It's kind of like a menu. You can pick and choose what you'd like to use and pay for. But our specialty, remember, is getting you new patients in the door that are going to pay. And of course, every time you get a call, the call will be recorded, and we will show you at the end of the month all the new patients you get. And that's what makes us different than all the other companies out there. They promise you calls, but they give you no guarantee. They do a lot of work. We're going to guarantee that you get the calls one way or another. Does that sound a little bit different than the other companies?
Yeah, now I have dealt with SEO companies, but it was never, guarantee. I like that my site is ranking on the top, but bottom line, I need customers.
You need customers, and that's what we specialize in. So I'm going to put together a proposal. I'm going to email it off to you. Do you want me to send it directly to your email or to your office manager? Or what would you like?
Yeah, send it to my office manager.
Okay, I'll send it to her, and then I'll follow up with her in a couple days, and I'll probably need about 15 or 20 minutes to come in and talk with you when you have time. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, and that's it. No
Okay.
hard sale. We're just going to tell you what you need and get you the new client. So I appreciate your time. I know you're busy, and I'll be looking forward to talking with you in a few days.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, thanks, Fritz. It's for some of you guys who were on this call or are on this webinar, they had also joined other webinars where we covered towing and locksmith. So what I wanted to express to you guys is with Lead Finder Jack, you will get business to respond, but you need a way to convert that to a paying client. So this was the script what Fritz has developed and practiced to convert them to to build up a relation with with the client. And that is something what you need to master. Okay, so there are certain things you can automate, but there are certain things you need to get used to. There's nothing like fail. There's something like try, and something like you do a couple of times and you will succeed. So there are those things we cover in the masterclass. Okay, Fritz will be joining those masterclasses. Those are 4 masterclasses, and we bring you guys to the next level. Okay, because a tool on itself is a nice tool, but bottom line, you want to use that tool to find new clients and have them the credit card. If you go to the members area from, let's see if I can change the screen. If you go to the members area, I don't know, here. If I scroll, if you go to the masterclass members area, it is already filled with so many good information. One is the Google AdWords training, and I cannot tell you how many positive feedback I got from that training. It will make Google AdWords very simple to do, because you know which keywords to target, you know how to create a good converting ad, and you will know how a website needs to look like. Even from people who have done Google AdWords, they will learn the things to make very simple. Then we have role plays in the webinar. One is about locksmith, just what we did. So those are all in the in the members area. And then I think I didn't change locksmith, but those are from towing. You see, this goes about towing. And then I included a PDF which describe, you know, about AdWords, how to make it doing the right way. And that is Brian Anderson, simple call exposed. This is about Quacklist. It's a very good webinar actually. And then there are 4 master training sessions. And those 4 master training sessions, they, you know, tonight you learn about the features, but how you have to put them together, okay, that you are successful with Lead Finder Jack. And then you will learn the hot niches, which niches you should target, and doing the role play with Fritz. Then the advanced fulfillment session, okay, now you have a client, okay, but how do you generate those calls? How do you fulfill? And then we going to discuss some results. So that is in the masterclass, okay? So that is wanted to let you know that you have an excellent tool. I think the best lead finder tool I know exists, but you once the prospect reacts, you need to have a way to convert them to a client. Is this Masterclass Access? Yes, that was the upgrade, and I sent out 2 emails about that, and I put a lot of bonuses into that Masterclass. I wanted to succeed, you guys, because a tool and a tool is just a tool, but at bottom line you need a credit card from the client. That is how you pay the bills. And with the Masterclass I bring you there, and together with Fritz. Is it PPC for clients or more leads for us? It's for PPC for clients, more or less. So we will discuss how you in the lead finder training, we're going to discuss which template has worked for us to get more paying clients, okay, and which website converts pretty well. Once you have that paying client responding to you, you need to be prepared what you need to say to convert them to a paying client, to get that credit card. How long should a search normally take? I don't know which search mean. For a client you mean, or for a keyword? Keywords. If you depends. If you use a keyword which has a lot of responsive, then it takes longer. Okay. How can we tell if an ad is good prospected for reputation management? What do we need in Lead Finder to use it? How can we tell if an ad is good prospect for reputation management? An ad. You want to put a nice ad in Google AdWords to find clients? Is that your goal? A website, I mean. We covered that in the Masterclass. For lead generation, hi, is your bonus of a copy of Lead Finder Jack still available if you purchase the instant mobile lead? No, that bonus is gone. So that was That was 3 months ago, I think, during the launch. How many search pages can be searched, or is on? You can set that in Lead Finder Jack, the amount of pages. Will all the training calls posted in the members area? These webinars will. The Masterclass training will be posted under Masterclass. So there's a training here and there's a Masterclass. The Masterclass training goes on the Masterclass. Is this a different membership site from the Lead Finder Jack? This is Lead Finder Jack members area, but there are two tabs. There's a training tab and there's a Masterclass tab. I'm confused on the mobile to get clients. Can you please go through it again? Okay. In Lead Finder Jack, you can target a niche, okay? A niche where you feel confident to create mobile website for. Businesses who are using AdWords and don't have a mobile website are hot prospects for you to target to create a mobile website for. It probably cost you $100 to create and generate $500 to create from the business. So profit is $400. If you do 1 per day, 20 per month, you earn $8,000. I had set up 5 cities and states, 4-page 10 keywords, got a mail message from the internet vendor. They suspended my. So you want to be careful, okay? With sending too many emails. After you have done your search and you want to delete some of the results from the campaign page, how do you do that? There's a cross mark. On the left on the campaign there's a cross mark, and you just cross mark those out. Does Lead Finder Jack work with Lead Tracker Jack? So Lead Tracker Jack handles the fulfillment, okay? But you need paying clients. There are several ways how to find a paying client. One way is round robin. Round robin on itself is included and worked in Lead Tracker Jack. But there are more ways to find clients. As for example, going after the business who's spending money. Lead Finder Jack does that. My Lead Finder has an expiration date. Do I have to renew the software? No. You want to go to settings and email, and you want to change the email address to your JVZoo email address. You are providing amazing content. Help. Thank you so much. When using multiple keywords, will Lead Finder Jack scrape the same business more than once? No, it only scrapes once. The same website. Yes, but it doesn't delete. It hides the business, so it will not use it in the future anymore. The past training from Lead Tracker Jack so there are two members area. There's a members area for Lead Tracker Jack, and there's a members area for Lead Finder Jack. Okay, so there are two different members areas and two different products. Lead Finder Jack software is great. What do I do serves after getting the leads? Yes, that is what we cover in the Masterclass. How do you remove the logo in the settings? I don't know if you have a remove button, but you can upload another one. How many emails can you send out per day without being spamming to Google? I don't think Google is counting the amount of emails you send. That's more your hoster. Okay, so I think my personal opinion is if you send out 100 emails per day, that should be enough to find new clients and not stay out of problem. But it all depends which hoster you use. Does local lead domination tie in? Yes, local lead domination actually covers the more the natures, how much you need to charge, all those kind of information.
And I'm going to be having some webinars also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a specific size for the logo? You don't the logo. You don't want to upload a bigger size than you use in the email template. If more than 100 leads, 1 second. Is there an OTO for the local lead domination? No, that's a separate link. I think I put it on the resources. Let's see. If you log in, there is a local leads domination link. So if you want to check it out, you can do that. So if you have access problem, just send a support ticket. Okay. I cannot solve it during the webinar, but most time the link is within JVZoo. That's one way to get it, or while you order it, you showing the link, or you just submit a ticket, and then I will help you to get you the right link. Fritz is local leads domination. Yes, Fritz. I think I need to rename it. Fritz local lead domination. So so they know it's from you.
Yeah.
Is there a mobile building software included in this course? In the Masterclass, we're going to cover websites which are responsive. So we're going to solve that for you. Fred, can you type in the company name again where you get the email addresses verified so I can put it in the chat box?
Yeah.
If you send 100 emails to potential leads, how many responses would you receive back on average? We cover that in Lead Tracker Jack webinar. I think you had about 2 to 3 responses per 100 emails, Fritz. Was that correct? I forgot the exact number your rate is.
It depends really on the niche and the offer. You know, if you give something really free, like 3 free leads, you get a lot of responses.
And that is one of the things we cover in the masterclass. So
and the quality of the email makes a big difference too. I mean, Jack's scraping emails that are recent. You know, they're probably good emails. So I've bought lists before, and those don't work out too good. So scrapers are the best way to go, which you know, Jack has, and you'll get a good response from those emails. And it's the more personal the email is, the better. If the email's going to, if it's a company email or even the CEO or something, those really don't get opened. So you have your
Fritz, the audio
Oh, there it goes. It goes right to the owner. You know, if you can get emails with an owner's name or, you know, a name of a person, you got a much better chance. That's what I've found.
Okay, I got a question about what is the OTO link. So this is the link if you haven't checked it out. And Fritz, did you enter the...
Let me put that in there.
Yeah.
Lead in...
Is there any fulfillment resource for social media? I'm connected to people who are really good in social media, but the first priority is to finding clients and converting those clients. Lead Finder Jack, sorry, will cover to that those businesses are responding, and the Masterclass covers. Try to copy a link, Fritz, but it's okay, I hope. The Masterclass covers how to convert those responsive to paying clients, and then do, of course, the fulfillment. Okay, I put it in the chat box.
Okay, yeah, there it is. Okay.
There are default settings for tokens, and we're going to in one of the updates in the future, we're going to show what the default settings are, and you can enter your own. So that's coming. I appreciate all your guys' features requests. I put them in an Excel file and we prioritize them, and we will update the software as we go. One software person is working full time now on this software for years. So this will be the ultimate lead finder jewel, and that is just the beginning. You guys have version 1, and I would not surprise if the next year is version 5. Yeah, YouTube channel, all kind of things we can. Everything what works to find clients, okay? What does Lead Finder Jack? Lead Finder Jack finds business who's spending money online, and you want to tap in the marketing budget and see what they are failing on, target that where the shortcoming is, and once you have a foot in the door, you can offer other services. There are so many things which you can do. I have a lot of members who like to create mobile websites, okay? Now it was pretty hard to find leads who needs a mobile website. Now with Lead Finder Jack, you know which businesses are spending money online, which don't have a problem to pay for a mobile website as long as you can do the fulfillment nicely. Video Jack is not related to Lead Finder Jack. Okay, so with that I think I cover most of you guys' questions. I will put one more time the upgrade link in the, so if you, the webinar starts Wednesday, so actually that's tomorrow, Fritz, for the Masterclass. We have so much responses for that, unbelievable, and I think you get so much value for as extra value what I didn't put on the sales page. So you will not find those extra bonuses on the sales page, but those are products on itself that you get extra because I wanted to over deliver and I want that you become successful. Okay, so once if you take action, I feel responsible that you become successful. So Fritz and I will do that. We'll do our best that you become successful. $79 for the upgrade. I don't think it's 79 now. I think it's is it 79 now? I thought it was around the 50. It is a $79 product for at least. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's see. What the 48, but it isn't is on dime still. So it's very affordable at this moment, and it's still during the launch. It's 48.00. That's correct, Jimmy. It's very affordable for master training, and those bonuses like that AdWords training. That AdWords training is only one-time payment. Okay, it's not 4 times payment. One-time deal for high-quality training weekly, and it's Fritz and I will deliver the content. We are experts in this. Of course it is recorded. The masterclass are recorded. What is the bonus included when we bought the course? What was the bonus included when we bought? Yes, it's all in the members area. So if you bought already, and many did already, you have already pretty good training to get started. Okay, it's all included already, and this. So there's a one-time payment, $48, very affordable. It's $12 each training, $12 for 90-minute training, and it will fulfill your missing step once a business is responding how to convert it to a paying client. You need to say specific words to get that credit card for each niche. Okay, we are going to do those role plays. Okay, we're going to say which emails to send, which websites you have to use, how to do the fulfillment. You don't need to be live. It is all recorded. That is so. This is actually in addition to my Lead Finder Jack gives you the tool to find those businesses and to send the email. But once they respond, you need to take action. Okay, we will help you how to convert that client to a paying client. That is what you need. There's not something like all automatic. They want to speak with you. We're going to do those role plays. We're going to teach you what to say, what to tell, and also how to do the fulfillment in certain services. Okay, so any questions before we end this call? So I think with that, I really appreciate your time. I'm sure I didn't answer every question. I did my best. If you feel your question is not answered and you would like me to respond to it, just send an email to support@leadfinderjack. And thanks you guys. I really appreciate your feedback. And tomorrow starts the masterclass. If you want to jump in, you want to take action now. Okay, so if you want to jump in for $48, you want to take action now. And I'm going to over deliver. That is what I promise. Okay, I want you to succeed. Not that you only have a tool, but that you end up with a paying client, that you have the credit card. That is my goal. Okay, so with that, Fritz, I really thank you again for your time, and always nice working with you.
Thanks a lot. Hope I helped a few people.
Yes, they all were thankful, and they're looking always forward to your secret nuggets.
I'll try to keep delivering.
Thanks, everybody, and hopefully I see you tomorrow during the masterclass.